And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. On the ground, Geis. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A give to Elliott running left. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's airing it out for Williams. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Smith. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He'll get it up the middle. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 26. Prescott now on 2nd down. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. 47. There we go. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Burst by him near the 35. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 34 yards there and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses. Those exact type of runs.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
It's coming now. Here we go. Wide 26.
Toss left to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
47.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Redskins. They're starting to put some space here. You know, 1st quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This 2nd quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Guy showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Geis receives the pitch, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Smith. Looking long for his tight end read. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Prescott to throw it. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They start on the ground with Geis powering forward and now running right through it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. They'll roll him out right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Good list. Orange.
To throw on second down is Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Smith rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. A first down throw for Prescott. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll check it down to Geis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Dumps it off for Geis. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Here's Prescott. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
There you go. Go, get out there.
On 2nd down, Elliott shrugs him off across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Throwing is Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play action. It's Smith. On the move to his left. Looking long. It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 45 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Geis. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The give is to Elliott. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
2nd down, Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he spins away. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Again, it's Elliott. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
46.
Prescott now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll buy some time right. It fights him off. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's finish now.
A give to Elliott. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Elliott, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. He'll try to throw now. Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Prescott now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Gun.
Prescott now on 2nd down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 4-8. Back. Here you go.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Smith now to throw. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with Geis. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception.
it.